went live, and that took a long while. So now I'm back again with Youjo Senki chapters 3 and 4. And as we freaking know, Jesus freaking Christ, I've had it up to here with YouTube. As we bloody goddamn know, it's going pretty goddamn serious in Youjo Senki. It's a lot of changes from the anime and light novel, and that also includes the manga as well. And I think the actual manga itself is better paced than the anime itself, because the anime kind of went from sideways to sideways constantly. And you were like... But this one, I think it's done a lot better. It explained the world itself. We've got to know more about how Tanya works, what's really freaking going down, and everything else in between. So I do like what they're doing with the manga. It's a lot better how they handle the goddamn anime, but people still call the anime freaking fantastic. I don't understand. But anyway, that's just my personal preference, but hopefully you choose it. And guess what? There's actually a slight delay. Ha 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 ha! I hate YouTube. I hate this. I hate this goddamn website sometimes. Okay, no, it's back to normal now. So do enjoy my slight bit of insanity while watching a nice little bit of a background of City Hunter, a very old anime from the 80s. Done by Sunrise. Actually had, I think, 3 seasons, and also, I think, 3 movies, I think. So, yes. Without further delay, let's get on with this, because apparently someone from the anime is making their debut, and as we freaking damn know, the actual character herself is very vastly different to what she is in the anime. So I'm very interested to see what's going down with her, and goddamn, I must mute myself before I go nuts. That's what I said to myself. I was like, holy crap, it's Comic Sans. I was like, no, don't do this to me now. And manga, don't do this to me now. But we know, you know what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna plow through it, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna get through this scan. Though the scan's actually got to chapter 11, which actually is kind of depressing. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's effing do it. Maybe it just could be the font. The font itself might just be the crux of it, but the actual translation itself might be fantastic. I'm not too goddamn sure, but I'm hopeful. Effing hopeful. I want to be the one that's reading it out loud. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, I hit the wrong button. I'm going a little bit nuts. I'm going to be a little bit nuts reading this, but it does hurt, I must say. It does hurt a tiny bit, but maybe it's all for the aesthetic, as they say. Anyhow, so reassignment, is it? Imperial Army Flight Mage 2nd Lieutenant Tanya not Chef. The higher-ups don't want an ace sitting around. You'll be the leader of Flight 3 in the 205th Assault Mage Squadron. I hate the fact that if you actually press the button, it goes right to the bottom. It really annoys me to go all the way back to the top. 1923 CE. In the face of the Legadonian Entente Alliance border violation, Northern disputed territory, the Imperial Army seized the opportunity and opted for a decisive response. Originally, according to the war plans of the Imperial Army General Staff, the war against the Entente is to defeat them on the border and acquire enough gain in a theater. Believing that I can't say the word now. I cannot say the goddamn word. Preventive measure can bring an goddamn long words. Insurmountable advantage to future national defense. The reinforced Imperial Northern Army launched a counteroffensive into the Entente. Damn it. The tremendously powerful empire is held in check by its neighbors due to border disputes. But with one corner of the containment in imminent danger of collapsing, contaminant, in imminent danger of collapsing, the development rapidly shifted the world pro-war against the Empire. Frack me sideways. Long words. The first fact is the Francois Republic, or rather, they are forced to react. Finding a way to break through the potential enemy plan, the Empire's internal mobilization strategy has been the focus of Francois Republic's national defense. Because they understand they can't win alone at the moment, the Empire mobilized to the north. They must punch into the exposed flanks in order to protect national security. For Francois, this mobilization is inevitable. Chapter 3, Die Watch Reichman 1. I think that's how you pronounce the words, I believe. Rejoice, Second Lieutenant, Imperial Army General Staff Personnel Department. You're going to the Rhine against Francois. Is that how you pronounce it? Francois. Thank you, sir. Finally free from Dr. Madman Strugel. I do apologize. German's not my speciality, as they would say. Surprisingly, I can insult people in German, but that's all I can do. That's all I can do in German. I can't do anything else. I used to be really freaking good at German back in the day, when I gave it up because my school did German for a little bit, but then got rid of it. So all I can do is Spanish, and pretty much excel in Spanish anyway, so it's fine. But granted, what can we do? Such elated expression, worthy the name Argent. Sending people from the training unit to battle is indicative of the urgency of the situation. I'll take my leave then. It can't be helped if I ended up on the front line. However, that's not actually a bad thing. I will finally have subordinates. I can finally delegate my work and have some human shields. Make gains on the Rhine front. Return to the training unit with achievement and experience. This time I'll stay safe in the rear and went down the path of the elite. Yeah, that's what I've seen with German. It's got very challenging grammar, especially when it comes to certain words which need to be pronounced in certain ways. You're like, fracking hell, boys and girls. Give me 5 seconds here. Well, I need to kind of sit down and actually sound this word out. Granted, you go to Spanish, it's like 12 goddamn tenses. You're like, freaking hell! Alright. So Spanish is not like safe from that whole entire thing. I mean, certain words you think are said one way, but you said it the wrong way, it's a completely different word. You're like, freaking hell. Spanish. Alright, give me a chance. I've always found that Spanish is actually a very adaptive language. Once you first learn it, you actually can get really used to it. Tanya's pretty freaking cute, but granted, she's still pretty murderous and pretty freaking scary. So, I don't know. So, western region of the Empire, border of Francois Republic, the Rhine front. I hope I'm pronouncing that word correctly. I have no idea. Yeah. You're like, she's really cute, but at the same time, she's thinking about murdering people. It's like, that's not so cute. Imperial Army Depot, temporary command post. I'm Mage 2nd Lieutenant Tanya and Visha, leader of the Flight 3 205th Assault Mage Squadron. Reporting for duty. Well met, 2nd Lieutenant. I'm the Squadron Commander, Lieutenant Irene... God damn it. Okay, here we go. Schwarz Kampf. Nice to meet you, Commander. Jesus freaking Christ, they're not allowing me 5 seconds, are they? Schwarzkampf. Very well, let's cut to the chase of Lieutenant Jigachev. What's your experience with commanding a flight? This is my first time since my commission. A soldier can't choose his company, but from the first impression... Schwartz, sorry. Schwartz, I think I know Schwarzkopf's actually the, I know Swatchkoff's actually the shampoo brand, but Schwartz, I think is how you pronounce it. I think is how you pronounce his. I think is how you pronounce his name correctly. Is it Swatchkoff? Swatchkoff? Isn't Swatchkoff itself actually a shampoo brand? Am I thinking something completely different? No, I think it actually is, from what I think about it. I actually missed something at the bottom now because I was getting distracted by my inability to speak German. No, I didn't. Good. I was going to say, did I actually miss something before I actually kind of got sidetracked with my inability to speak correct German? Not bad at all, Lieutenant Swatchkoff. Seems to be an orthodox mage, a lieutenant squadron commander. From his age, he's probably very experienced in the military. An incompetent commander is scarier than than the enemy. Good to know that isn't the case. I'm pretty sure it is as well. The more I think about it, the more I think about Swatchkoff the whole entire time now we see this bloke. I've heard that they're sending a mage from the training department who saw action in Norden. On top of that, it's someone who possesses a Silver Wing Assault Medal. I thought it was going to be some veteran. But this is just a skinny underage brat. If the resume isn't forged, Second Lieutenant, I'll be frank. The kid standing still in front of me, waiting for a response, fought exponentially and is an fought exponentially and is an important asset dispatched in light of the situation against the Francois Republic. However, being a good soldier is something different from being a good leader. Woo! Hello! Our 205th Assault Mage Squadron normally consists of 3 flights. However, since the war started, we've been down to at least less than 2 full flights and is still deteriorating. Even if an entire flight is made up of shiny new recruits, I have no grounds to complain. That's why I hope that at the very least, their leader is a veteran. Can you lead a flight of cadet school rookies? A flight of children leading recruits is worse than the baggage. A flight of children leading recruits is worse than baggage, depending on the answer. Fine. Just give me the order. Oh. Pretty freaking good, though my inability to speak German is very much the most apparent thing in the stream so far. Also, Comic Sans, yo. It's very, very freaking, like, everywhere right now. And then, and then, consider it done. Recipient of a Silver Wing Assault Medal. I have high expectations of you. Yes, sir. God damn, look how tall he is compared to her. I still can't get the height difference. He's also got a really extremely long arm as well. Good, now let's move on to the briefing. Yes, please. As you already know, our Western Army is reorganizing and regrouping at the double. The Empire, taken by surprise attack in the West by the Francois Republic, fell into confusion at first, but judging from the first battle, has since been making adequate responses. Of course, that doesn't change the fact they're being pushed back, but according to the Internal Mobilization National Defense Strategy, the Imperial Western Army has fulfilled the duties of the Regional Army. But the arrival of reinforcements in Central is going to take a while. According to the original defense plan, there is going to be an overwhelming number of 80 standing and reserve divisions reinforcing, but the price of sending the main forces to Norden has yet to be paid. Even I, from the training department, am mobilized to the defense of the West, and what should have been a military secret, the Illumian Titan 95, was issued to me under the pretense of continued field test. Oh man. Alright. My throat's got like 5 minutes to recuperate after that. It's a very long exposition dump of information right there. Whew, okay. Alright, let's simmer down for a second here, Commander. Okay, dokie, let's go. How goes the mustering of our main force? Not good. Because the transportation vehicles have been deployed to the northern in the far north, it'll be 2 weeks before they arrive in the west. Internal mobilization strategy may be compromised. So the Western Front has given up delay tactics. Yeah. And has moved on to mobile defense. Second Lieutenant, perhaps I don't need to tell you, but this is classical case of being easier said than done. Internal mobilization strategy is supposed to see the Western Army halting the enemy advance. Then, together with the reinforcing main force of the Imperial Army, encircle enemies deep inside the Imperial territory. With the planned collapse, we're about to fight an unpleasant defensive war. Freaking goddamn hell. There's a lot of goddamn words in this manga, I've actually kind of realised. Yes, understood. I know, Lieutenant, there's no pleasant defensive war. Aside from the framed Magniot line from... Jesus freaking Christ! Hikikomoris. So, oh, damn it, did I hit the wrong button? Yeah, I did. So, the Magniot line, defense structures built by France with a significant sum of defense budget, 3.3 franc in 1930. Sadly, due to German I know what that word is, and I can't. I know what word it is, but I know what that word is, but I cannot say it right now. Circumvention. It sat there uselessly. Defenses of steel, devastating artillery, and even has a railroad inside. A living example of romantism. Rheumatism. I did not know that, actually. Goddamn history lessons not teach me anything, and goddamn manga teach me more. He's a man of many words and many noodles. That is indeed true. By the looks of things, it does seem to be a terrible idea, but they didn't really use it. I don't think. They sat there uselessly. We're as soldiers, whatever order comes from above, we have to make them happen. Hello! Not just a thin little girl, it seems. With that attitude, she's the role model for all Imperial soldiers, the Honourable Argent. Well said, Second Lieutenant Dugachav. Now back on topic. Now back on topic. Yes, in mobile defense, our 205th Assault Mage Squadron is chosen to be the mobile strike force. With the main axis of the counterattack, I'll look forward for your performance. Great, thank you, Lieutenant. I'll do my best in defense of the fatherland. I can see your loyalty to the Empire by your eagerness, Second Lieutenant. Such a little child. I should try harder. Counterattack force means reserves in a safe spot. She's adorably scary. That's what I kind of see her as. Oh no, because they're doing a recap episode this week, weren't they? I remember now. Now you say that, I remember they're actually doing a recap of this week of Youjo Senki. So here's the actual proper pace of this anime, which should have been going out since the start, but we didn't do it because we're a bunch of idiots. So here's actually the proper pace of this anime. But the manga did it perfectly from the start, so let's just read the manga instead. That's what I say. That's what I say. All right. Any questions? Yes, Lieutenant. Are we based in a defensive position? Protesting being based in the defenses or in... Wait, what? Protesting being based in defenses or in the rear? Rejoice, Second Lieutenant. It's the front. Worst case scenario. See? It's like... It's so much better here. The humor is so on point. It's an honor. The Comic Sans is still a bit haunting. I give it that, but at least it's something. At least it's something. Though I find it kind of easy to read, actually. Though my reading's still off like by a large margin, but still, it's easier to read than it is than any other kind of font I find, which is really weird. Right, I think we actually got like 70 pages of this. We're on page 22, so we've got a long way to go. I know you like it, depending on... I know you'd like it, depending on the situation, we'll have to help defend positions too. Mobile defense force on the front line, so both defending the position and acting on diversions during the counterattack, no amount of lies is enough for that. So, mobile strike comes before defensive support. Yes, our goal is not to eliminate the enemy, but to fend them off. Sounds like the mastering of the Imperial Army's main force isn't going well. She's capable of strategic analysis. Yeah, this one's the longest one out of all of them thus far. I think everything else is about 40 pages. This one's about 70 because it's 2 in 1. I was like, God damn it! I don't know, to be honest. I'm kind of fearing the worst by the end of this because the amount of words I've read thus far is like almost a novel's worth. God damn. Like, I'm kind of fearing everything else gonna like kind of transpire after this point. I'm gonna be like Batman by the end of this. My voice is literally gonna go. I'm literally gonna be like, ugh, by the end of it. Second Lieutenant, is this your flight? Yes, please let me take a look. The entire regional army is having a shortage of Carde personnel. As such, replacement for Flight 3, what is this? Are made of rookies with no experience, or so I thought. Or... Jesus Christ. Is it as worse as Horizon in the middle, I can't say that word now. Horizon in the middle of nowhere. Is it like worse than that? Because I remember that one was like about that thick per volume. I was like, freaking hell! It was like Lord of the Rings like worthy length. I was like, damn. All right, I stand corrected. Should I understand them as untrained recruits? Imperial flight majors are made up of 4 men flights and 12 men squadrons. Oh wait. Imperial flight majors are made up of 4 men flights and 12 men squadrons, the pinnacle of elitism. Even if naturally talented to be a mage, a rookie would only be a nuisance. Squadron Commander, as a flight leader, I have a proposal. Second Lieutenant Dugachev. I know it's demanding to babysit while fighting the war. Though it's odd for me to tell you that, honestly I'm more of an asset if I go alone. Pardon my bluntness, but I must tell you that. Damn son. What if the incompetence cause trouble and tarnish my reputation? A soldier's duty does not include being a nanny. How dutiful of her. They're no more than reserve forces and can fight as guerrillas instead if necessary. It is possible. It is permissible to withdraw from positions if a squadron compels. Regrettably, the line is not allowed to move further back. The order is Victory of Valhalla. Valhalla, where the souls of the slain and the brave go to. Victory of Valhalla means either win or die. Usually the latter, though. Oh, damn. Wonderful. I like both. Great. Let's introduce you to our squadron. Alright, let's greet my comrades in arms in this joyless war. Depending on the situation, they can even act as shields. Imperial Army Depot soldier lodging converted from an abandoned cafe. Your flight leader seems to have arrived. Looking forward to the introduction. The order was almost an hour ago. I, Victoria Ivanovna. Jesus Christ. Oh God. Okay, Sir Bragyakov. I'm too nervous to even shiver. Imperial Flight Mage Corporal her name, Victoria. She's so cute in the manga compared to the anime. Like, she's really freaking cute. The stench in the air, the murderous atmosphere, a real battlefield. A few days ago on the comfy sheets of the cadet school. A few days ago, cadet school dormitory. Visha, wake up, Visha. Good morning, Area. You sleepyhead. She's Aria, my classmate, roommate, and friend. And yes, it's Aria who told me. The new flight leader's a Silver Wing? The Silver Wing Assault Medal? A living recipient? Oh, you're panicking like a bird shot by a pea shooter. But I have to leave this good friend of mine as we're assigned to different units. I'm going to the Rhine front as reinforcement. Aria is going to be an artillery observer from the main force. Oh, for the main force. For the better or worse, I'm a citizen of the glorious empire and have thought of doing my best for the country, but it just doesn't sit well with me. Whew! Okay, we're about halfway through. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're getting here. We're getting it slowly. Whew. Hopefully we don't get like a mass like kind of info dump like at the beginning of this chapter. I was like, freaking hell. Alright, fanbo. Alright. Okay, I get you. Give me 5 seconds to kind of like take that all in, but still. Let's do it. I have my reasons. I came from the white and beautiful Moscow. Although all that's left in my foggy memory is fleeing from the Red Army and nothing happy. Although all that's left in my foggy memory is the fleeing from the Red Army and nothing happy. Don't know if I'm not reading that incorrectly or I'm reading that correctly. I'm not too sure. Going on exile with parents with the help of relatives, whether it's fortunate or not, I was too young to remember. Even though I envy my friend posted in a safe position, I also feel relieved. This is the front line. I'm introducing to you leader of Flight 3 of 205th Assault Mage Squadron. Come in, Second Lieutenant Argent. I am Tanya Dugachev, Mage Second Lieutenant. Nice to meet you all, comrades in arms. That's the end of Chapter 3. Right, that was the end of Chapter 3, so it's 31 pages long. Okay, I get it. Alright, I see it. Whew! Damn, son. Whew, okay. Alright. Alright, so I think we got like yeah, this one's about 40 pages. So this one's about the same length, I think, a little bit. In the middle of Mobile Strike Group under direct control of the Imperial Army Western Headquarters under 7th Assault Brigade, 205th Assault Mage Squadron, Second Lieutenant Tanya Dugachev, my commanding officer, my first impression of her was vampire. She gazed at us recruits with her scary eyes like a cat toying with mice. Cadet schools have a simple way of grouping students. Since training volunteers and conscripts together, we won't go well. They're separated from the beginning. I quite like how they're doing the whole entire representation of different things. It's quite cool. They're doing it with animals. I think it's actually really neat. Oh, jeez. Group C, who are heading for the officer schools. I'm Corporal Klaus von Bullhoff from Ida Stein Cadet School, Group C, 1st Squadron. I'm Corporal Harold von Vist, also from Ida Stein Cadet School, Group C, 1st Squadron. And Group D, who are here by duty. I feel a bit like running away. I'm Corporal Victoria Ivanovna Serebryakov. There we are. I did it. I said it. From Ida Stein Cadet School, Group D, 3rd Squadron. By custom, the two familiar people will be paired together. As the only conscript, I'm going to be paired with the leader. I hope I won't be too lambasted for being dumb, unenthusiastic conscript. You have my deepest respect for your duties, Corporal Serebryakov. She's so cute. She's so adorable. Chapter 3. Same one as last time, but part 2. Oh, really? How dare they? I didn't know that, actually. Did we even get a backstory of Victoria in the actual anime? I'm not even too sure, now that I think about it. Now, the two of you who volunteered, since you volunteered, don't die after Corporal Seriakova. Victoria. I'll make it clear, the Empire can't afford to keep incompetent officer cadets. That's straight up evil. If you don the uniforms of the fatherland, you have to have equivalent contributions. If you're too incompetent to do so, die. I like her. Oh, that's interesting. I never knew that. See, we're all learning something here today. We're learning German and Russian, and also world history at the same time, while also learning how to mobilize an entire empire and watching how another empire kind of falls flat. See, it's a six-way history lesson today, guys. We're learning stuff all the goddamn time. That's all. All right, second it. Oh, second lieutenant. That's it. That's what I was saying. I looked at that incorrectly. I was like, second lieutenant. Get into positions and be on standby. Yes, sir. Now, everyone. Check your gears, then gather in the battle gears. Check your gears, then gather in battle gears ASAP. I believe we'll get to know each other. It's like a study session. I'm inadvertently an actual education channel now. That's what I've actually realised. The driver educational kind of corner of the day. We did JoJo beforehand, now we're doing education. I believe we'll get to know each other better after a walk there. Western region of the Empire border of Francois Republic, defense position of the Rhine front. A walk? You call this a walk? Muzzle flash, get down. Keep your mouth open. Run, run. I'll be here next. Even in the trenches, a near miss will still kill you. Stinking hot mud, hot water. Eek. Corporal. That's disgrace. That's disgraceful. Shush. This is battlefield. This turned out to be an educational standby mission. This is battlefield? Oh. Yeah, did I read it incorrectly? Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I actually kind of like this, because it's just an interesting history lesson. You learn a lot more than you would do in school. This is battlefield. Da-dun, da-dun, dun. You need to get the actual kind of battlefield theme song playing in the background. I feel like it's missing the word the. This is the battlefield. And I don't know why it was annoying me slightly. It's missing the battlefield. With the grim realization that this is actually the battlefield. Ha! We're worse than trash. Damn, son. Did she just literally go donk and then chop that guy in half? With her own hand? While doing a JoJo pose? Seems so. It seems so. It seems so. Be it volunteers or conscripts, everyone is squirming, covered in mud, blood, and ash. Can't we move at will? Screaming before knowing what's going on and going dead silent. As I learned that this is called regular service, just like a good morning, I felt like understanding something. Anyway, it's quite different from Arya's good morning. She actually mastered the fist of the North Star. Oh man, that was a pretty freaking good show back in the day, back in the good old golden days of anime. That and the good ass Gundams as well, with Hiro Yui and everyone else like that. Damn, son. Bring back the old days. Even though people did actually start remaking shows from like the 60s and 70s and did not turn out to be that good. You're still alive, Corporal. Good job. You look terrible. Huh. I have... just... Damn. That's what the battlefield looks like, guys. It's good that war is terrible. This way, there won't be more people growing fond of war. CF. It is well that war is so terrible, otherwise we should grow too fond of it. Robert E. Lee. Corporal? Quotes, we're getting them as well. Corporate Victoria. You'll be my wingman from tomorrow on. Yes. Can draw fire away from me and doesn't look like competition. Although ruthless looking, she's kind of peace-loving. She's a kind of peace-loving person. After the brief combat, my two colleagues are reassigned to the rear due to munition. Can't say that word now. I actually can't say that word. Reactions against Second Lieutenant Dugachev and stayed in bunkers as reserves for a counterattack. They were died honorably promoted upon the Republic Heavy Artillery They were died honorably promoted upon the Republic's Heavy Artillery direct hit. With the support of the Republican Army, heavy artillery units, the enemies are breaching our lines. So from now on, 205th Assault Mage Squadron is going to assault the flanks of the enemy infiltrators. When so many shells are flying? What are you doing, Corporal Victoria? Stick close to me, you're my wingman. Yes. That position is... They're surely unlucky. Did I actually ever say that word? I learned from Second Lieutenant Dugachev and Lieutenant Swatchkov just how weak statistic defense are to artillery. It's something that you won't know from flight mage training alone. In the end, the only god we can trust on the battlefield is artillery. Only people who learn to deal with God's hammer live. Hence, artillery observer is a very important job. Even if Aria claimed it is an easy job, maybe she chose it out of sense of duty. You've come, Second Lieutenant, a bit late, aren't you? Yes, Lieutenant, I'm sorry. It's my fault. So a battlefield intern, Corporal? What's the enemy doing? Establishing a bridgehead in the abandoned trenches. Bad news if they brought along the field artillery. We're getting there. Let's hope the Imperial Artillery Corps do a good job. Our work comes later. It's as you said. Did I read that the wrong way around? I'm not too sure now. I feel conscious of that. Praise the Lord, thy name's artillery, a wonderful rhythm. I think we have different tastes for music. It's the God of battlefield. Our prayers to the radio. God have answered. Oh artillery, thou art our friend. We are blessed, sweeping shattered enemies, plowed by a 120mm joint artillery strike. Indeed. It's time, squadron. Prepare for assault. I can feel the squadron's tense atmosphere. Scary. Second Lieutenant Dugachev is smiling even now. I can't be too tense. Deep breath. Just mopping up disintegrating and... Jesus freaking Christ. Alright, long words. You got me. Give me a chance. Just mopping up disintegrating infantry. Such an easy mission. A good day for war. Time for business, if only it's always this easy. Second Lieutenant, you won't get taller by being such a picky eater. Lieutenant Schwarzkopf, I think it's a good thing to be a smaller target. Oh. Oh. I'll give you that, Second Lieutenant. That's the most convincing reason to be picky I've ever heard. Good. Don't let the picky Second Lieutenant take all the good parts. After me, charge. All right. I'm starting to feel the burn of reading so much. How much have I read so far? I've read 4 chapters of JoJo, which is 80 pages. Then I've read 70 pages, so I've actually read entirety of 100. No, almost, yeah, about 100, almost 200 pages today. Target commander and radio operators, understood. Oh, that bit of breathing space though. Whew. Take it for granted though. I miss a time when she would turn pale and throw up. People really need training. Why is it plural? People really needs training. We shouldn't underestimate human potential, which is why I feel sad for the Republic soldiers. The Republican Army headquarters that only knows to tell soldiers to charge is a seriously anachronistic body. That said, in my original world, there's also a country that clinged on to trench warfare, developed in the previous World War and lost to blitzkrieg of army divisions. It's like sending manpower potential as fertilizer exports to the Empire. Uh-oh, I'm getting carried away on the battlefield. Artillery plow, major swarm, infantry push. Yes, when studying in cadet school in a class with afternoon sunshine, an unremarkable lesson learned along with sleepiness, once put into action. Wait, what? An unremarkable lesson learned along with sleepiness, once put in action. Lieutenant Dugachav is amazing. This is the kind of mage that earns Civil Wing Assault Medal. Squadron commander to everyone. Friendly artillery to resume fire in 300. Prepare to disengage. Roger. That's what I thought. I was like, was I reading that incorrectly? Because it didn't feel right. It did not feel at all correct. That way of plural needs. Because it should have been like, people need training, not needs train. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's one of those things. What was the last manga I used to read that I always had to constantly just stop for 1 second and actually kind of reread it just to see whether or not I was reading it correctly? There was one of them I reread about 5 times just to see whether or not I was reading it incorrectly. No mercy, even for fleeing enemies. Even though I should fire as well. Maybe I'm unqualified to be a mage. Imperial Army temporary depot. Everyone assembled. No casualties, no losses other than equipment. They didn't even translate that one. It's still untranslated. Oh no! Oh no! No, it's not translated. Hold on. Let's actually see what it actually did say, because I've got what was it? Where is it? Google Translate, the actual app that actually allows you to translate while okay, so I was going to say, it must have been something like that, but I was going to say, just in case, let's use my phone, but then you just told me, so it's fine. But still, not translated. It was actually one prior instance when it wasn't translated either. There was like a little bit at the bottom. I was like, huh, it was not translated, but I let it slide, so it was one little bit. But at least, I thought it must be like something like, ha, but I didn't know just in case. I thought maybe it might be something completely different, but at least it's not. Ugh, the scent of sweat and filth is so strong. Even though everyone is the same, girls at this age is quite sensitive about it. Seeing the other girl got to sleep good night like that. Besides, I should be grateful that there's even a bed to sleep on. I've got to change, even if just the underwear. This is emergency. Squadron assemble. Hurry up, Corporal. Yes. Good. Bad news, Squadron. Bad news, Squadron. I know what this means after a month in the squadron. When the superiors speak emotionlessly, something's going really bad. Emergency report. The 403rd Assault Mage Squadron has unexpectedly engaged 2 infiltrating enemy mages squadron. A Newbury squadron? Those are the spearheads of a larger offense. We've confirmed squad subsequent troops advancing. Our artillery is shelling them, but the observer is being chased by close air support mages and is too busy for observation. We are now heading to rendezvous with 403rd, one after another. Wait, did he say 403rd? Shouldn't it be 403rd, not 400, not the 400th, 403rd? Am I reading that incorrectly again? I'm not too sure because it's now confusing me. It should be 400. It should be 403rd Assault Mage, not 403rd. I don't know. Am I reading that incorrectly? I don't know now. I'm conscious. I'm conscious of it. Could I go? I was gonna say. Was I wrong? Was I right? Because I swear it's 403rd. It has to be. I feel bad for doing this, but I was kind of conscious about the errors and freaking hell, please, cars, can you go past? At the same time, we're rescuing the artillery observer who's being chased by an enemy squadron. Artillery observer, just like Arya. Oh, by the way, Second Lieutenant Dulcet, I understand you've been through this in the north. Yes, never again. I heard that even an expert like the Second Lieutenant got gravely wounded. If we don't help, will you, the holder of the Silver Wing Assault Medal, be able to go on the rescue? Me, of course. But my wingman, Corporal Victoria, is at her limits. I don't want to be that kind of officer who ends up losing both her target and her subordinates on a rescue mission. I thought so. I thought I was being consciously wrong about it, but I thought, am I right or am I wrong about it? Because it's one of those things, it eats away at you, like, oh, because I thought, it doesn't make any sense. Why did it be 403rd? It's be 403rd. Maybe I don't know. It's weird they got translated that way. Or it got put that way, because in any case, it would never have been that way. It would have been 403rd. It'd be 404th, makes sense. 402nd, if you put 402nd, made no sense either. The 401st, still, no. It's only 404th that it makes sense. See, we're even learning grammar as well. God damn, we're learning a lot today. Break up the pair with Corporal Victoria. Break up the pair? Squadron Commander, I request permission to speak. I volunteer. I'm also volunteering for a rescue mission. Holy crap, I like her a lot more now. Corporal, I'm an Imperial soldier with all due respect. I'm totally up to task. Totally. You heard it, Second Lieutenant. Lieutenant Swatchkoff. I'm giving you Sheen's detachment. Mission start. But I know your worries for Corporal Victoria, but she has made up her mind. Any more of that is overprotection. This is the first time Second Lieutenant looked like a child of her age. Looks like a child of her age. Hesitation like that. I didn't know someone cares about me that so much. Understood, I'll do my best. Should you run into trouble, I rushed to you from the 403rd rescue mission. Such is the wish of all mages. Good luck. Good luck to you too. Now, Corporal, are you ready for it? Yes, Second Lieutenant. Oh, you freaking Christ, I've fallen in love. Fallen in love. Here we go. I've fallen in goddamn love with her. Look how cool, look how cute she goddamn is. She's adorable. Greg's been too. So, have we just... Is it the Battle of the Waifus now? This is what this manga's turned into, the Battle of the Waifus. Or who is best girl? Is it Tanya or is it actually Victoria? Like, we're gonna have a stern battle about this after a while. Sergeant Scenes. I'm looking forward for your team's good work. Leave it to us. We're the most senior troops on the Rhine. Good. Time for business. To be continued. Clarification: if you don't like me butchering translation of your favorite proper names, murdering your eyes with no trans setting to speak of, and poisoning by Comic Sans, then do something about it. The different proper nouns are not part of trolling reasons below. Ooh. He's giving his reasons why. I like him. He lays down the law at the end of the manga. He's like, if you don't like it, this is the reasons why. Screw you all. This is what I say. I like him. He means business. Whew! Okay, 70 pages, 50 minutes. That actually wasn't too bad. Yeah, this is conscious about it. Oh man. Oh god. That was actually pretty good timing for 70 pages, I must say. I like a man that's actually conscious about what he's doing. At least he actually knows it. That's the kind of nicer thing about it. At least he's actually clarifying he's garbage at it, and he knows it. I mean, now we can't consciously bash his grammar because he's conscious of it himself. Though I still understand how he translated 403rd to the wrong way, but I let it slide. Anyhow, all right, getting on topic with the actual manga itself because god damn, I need like 5 minutes to actually kind of chill my throat. But still, man, this is so much freaking better. I love it. The pacing in this manga is phenomenal. It's never once boring. There's so much going on that keeps you interested. The actual way the world is built is actually freaking phenomenal. I love the world itself. The world itself is great. It has a lot of going in it that kind of makes you want to know more about how these troops actually work and actually understand all of this. At this stage, it's quite difficult, but still, it's giving you enough to keep you going to actually kind of understand it later on. So, if something's said now, you understand what it means later on in the actual manga, which is actually pretty freaking neat. And as well, Victoria and Tanya's relationship is so much freaking better here than it is in the anime. Holy freaking Christ, I love those two in here. They are so freaking fantastic together. They work so damn well. I mean, Tanya still has her kind of antagonistic traits a little tiny bit, but granted, still, underneath, she cares. Like, you can actually really see that she does actually care. I'm guessing war does change a person after a while. Like, she doesn't really mirror her previous self, who was the kind of dude. Like, she doesn't really mirror him at all. She actually is kind of a little bit different here now. I quite like her. She's actually slowly changed to be a better person. And as well, Victoria is slightly less moe. Like, that's the kind of major thing. She's not moe. She ain't just there to kind of fit an archetype. She actually does serve a purpose to the actual manga. Because in the anime, she didn't really do anything, like, substantially good. She was there, she did some things, but she didn't do anything. I was like, whoo! Stop a minute, because she's an amazing character. No, she didn't really do too much. And her appearance kind of destroyed any single kind of, like, character that she was gonna have anyway. Like, it just didn't work for me. Her character design destroyed everything. It destroyed any integrity that she might have actually had. Granted, it might have been the kind of thing to actually kind of say, look, appearances don't actually matter because beneath she's actually a really freaking amazing person. I don't know. I don't know whether that's actually the motive they went for in the actual anime, but still, I didn't really like it. Yeah, and here they actually give her a purpose, actually give her a backstory, actually give it to why she fights. It's actually kind of freaking neat. She does what she needs to do, and she does it really freaking damn well. And the dynamic she actually shares with Tanya, even though it's only one chapter thus far, is actually pretty freaking great. Like, you can actually see they work together well. They actually do serve a purpose to actually working together. So hopefully we get to see that dynamic become a lot better as time goes on. Yeah, I think the anime just paced it so poorly. It didn't do it well. They just plonked you into the middle of the fight and went, yeah, war movies do that all the time. Why can't we do it? And it didn't really work for the actual pacing of the show, because the pacing of the show relied on you knowing what's really going down here. They should kind of go forward with it, but it didn't do it. It just kind of said, F it, we're going to the middle of a fight, and that's about it. You kind of sitting there going, who's her? Who is she? What's she doing? Why is she so little? Why has she got mage powers? What's really freaking going on here? And then until episode 3, they didn't explain anything. You're kind of like, I don't get it. Explain something here. It just didn't. You kind of sitting there going, why? But then the manga just came along and said, no, don't worry, we'll just pace it the right way because we actually know what the hell we're doing. We ain't Studio Nut, who's done their nut on the goddamn show. Which is also why you should never actually ever adapt something that's actually out of your field, because this is a freaking amazingly deep and quite complex manga and light novel. I mean, it works better in light novel form and manga form because of how deep the actual thing goes, but in anime form, you need a very, very experienced studio to do it. And I don't think Nut, being a first timer, could do it very freaking damn well. I think people are blind to that idea. I think because I've seen people go, oh my freaking god, lollies, and they're fighting and she's killing people and she has antagonistic traits, and everyone's like, yeah. But then you don't really realise there's a lot going wrong with the show that no one actually ever realises, which you kind of sit there going, why does no one like think about it? But such is life, as they say. But alas, at least the manga is freaking phenomenal. Like, I love it. The manga is freaking great. It's one of those ones that's taken me by surprise. I didn't think too much of it. I knew it'd be better in the anime. Didn't think too much of it, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Because people don't think. It's true, they don't. They don't. I kind of began to realize that after a while. Like, you go on my anime list and you see people bash Yuri on Ice for no discernible reason other than the fact it's got homosexuality in it. You kind of like, if you look past that, it's a freaking amazing show. Like, it's got so much going for it. Why didn't you realize these things? Oh, because it's got homo relationships in it, you just don't like it. It's just like, think about it. Jesus Christ, the bicycle. People don't think about this. People don't think about these things. And people got angry that Yuri on Ice won the anime of the year. I'm kind of sitting there going, yeah, sure, Rakugo Shinju was a better anime, but when you think about it, Yuri on Ice deserved the award because it did so goddamn much to the actual industry that it deserves the goddamn award, but you just don't clearly see that because of what the thing's doing. It's like, people. Jesus freaking Christ, it annoys the hell out of me. That's my rant on people. I've never liked the idea of what people say about Yuri on Ice and how they bash it and everything else in between and don't really consciously think about things and then just go and say, oh yeah, Akiba Strip's actually better than Keijo. I'm like, piss off, is it? No, it isn't. And it's just like, oh, and Bunga Stray Dogs is a freaking phenomenal show. I'm like, is it though? Is it though? But yeah, anyway, back on track. Because I'm consciously just speak about for like 5 hours about how much people just don't realise these things and just kind of consciously just making a judgment on other people's opinions. But alas, at least the manga's freaking phenomenal. Like, at least it's great because it just does it so freaking down and I love it. I love every single centimetre of this goddamn manga. And the artwork is bloody phenomenal. It actually really does kind of rival certainly the actual light novel a little bit. Because there was one thing that I found about Overlord's manga is the actual art itself is really inconsistent. Like, it's not always that good. It's always kind of good when it needs to be, never actually that good all the goddamn time. This one's good all the goddamn time. And the humour works in conjunction with it. I actually quite like it. So yeah, very freaking all in all, I bloody love it. I love where the actual manga's going right now. I love how Tanya works. I love how Victoria works. I love how the whole entire squadron works. Like how they're explaining everything, taking things slowly, info dumping you, but still the info dump itself is very important. I quite like it. So yes. With all that said, I've indeed been a driver. If you have enjoyed this stream, including me ranting about how people don't realise these things, then do leave a like because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub because indeed it does help me quite a bit. But until next week with Chapter 5, I shall see you guys later.